Yo, what up guys, it's Juan on JB Reviews. Today I have the Nest Yale Smart Lock. So if you're not already familiar, Google does have their smart home ecosystem that I've already jumped into. Now, I'm not a Google fanboy per se, but I definitely do love Google products along with Samsung. This smart lock is definitely going to be a big hitter. It's going to have all of the cutting edge tech inside of it and all the convenience factors that we could expect in 2021. So with the Google Home app, you can lock and unlock the smart lock on the front door. Now, it also integrates well with the Google speakers, giving you the option to do that via voice. Now, it does not give you the option to unlock it with your voice for security reasons that are rather obvious. Now, the neat feature on the smart lock is that it does give you the 4-digit passcode that you can enable for yourself, family members, or guests. Now, you can also set the time intervals that you would like to give guests the ability to unlock the door with that code. That feature is going to be very handy, especially if you do have a dog walker, for example, or a babysitter that's coming in at a specific period of time in the day. You can basically enable that code to work specifically for that time only. It is also recommended that you download the Nest app. Nest is owned by Google, and accessing the door lock can be done through the Nest app or the Google Home app. Now, with this being a smart lock, it's essentially just the deadbolt itself. So that does mean that you may need to swap out the doorknob on the door, more so because you won't really be using the bottom lock at this point. From the inside, it's going to be your traditional way of locking and unlocking a deadbolt. Just turn it left or right and that'll lock or unlock it. Now, unlocking the door with this is going to be very easy. You just hit the Yale logo on the top of the digital screen from the outside. That will enable the 4-digit passcode to then be entered. From that point on, just hit the check mark and you're done. Now, if you do mess up and put in a wrong number, you can just hit the small arrow on the bottom left corner and then put in the correct passcode. Now, the digital touchscreen did have an extra button on the top right corner that has thus been disabled. It used to be like a settings function, but you can't really access it or have any ability to use that from this point on. But again, you know, it is there if Google does want to use it in the future. You do also get a low battery indicator on the digital touchscreen from the outside, which again will serve as a reminder to swap out the batteries. Inside the box, you will be provided with plenty of screws and the deadbolt plate. That way you don't have to search around the house or buy other products. Installation for this Nest Yale Smart Lock was actually very easy. It's essentially just like installing any other deadbolt, so no problems on that. The lock does also give you two color options. You can get satin nickel and a bronze. Now, I personally have the satin nickel. I think it looks pretty modern and pretty fresh. The bronze, though, does look good given the color door that you may have. Now, for those that may be concerned in terms of how resilient and durable this Nest Yale Smart Lock is in terms of temperature ratings, do not be concerned. The lock is essentially a beast. It can withstand temperatures up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit and as low as negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. The Nest Yale lock does come with a Nest Connect plug. Essentially just pop that in on an outlet and that lets the smart lock connect to Wi-Fi. Another thing to take into consideration is that if you do happen to lose power, the Nest Connect holds a battery charge, so it will still be connected to Wi-Fi, and since the smart lock itself is battery powered, that's not a concern at all. The smart lock will be battery powered. You can pop in 4 AA batteries in the smart lock and that pretty much gets it working. Now, it will let you know when it's running low on batteries, and in the off chance that it completely runs out of batteries, you can pretty much pop on a 9-volt battery on the bottom of the lock, which will give you enough juice to unlock in the event that you do run out of batteries and lock yourself out. Now, with battery life being a topic of concern, you definitely should not worry about that. I've popped in 4 fresh batteries and it's lasted me for a couple of months at a time, if not 3 to 4 months. So I've really only swapped it out once that I can think of, and I've had it for about a year or so. So definitely do not be concerned with battery life on the Nest Yale Smart Lock. So accessing the batteries on the Smart Lock is actually rather simple. You can pretty much just use a paperclip that you may have lying around the house, or it does also come included with a small paperclip type of thing that you can use to access the battery cover on the smart lock. Overall, I've been very pleased with the Nest Yale Smart Lock by Google. It works very well with the ecosystem that I've built here at the house. I can definitely recommend this to anyone that's looking at expanding their Google smart home, and I definitely give this smart lock an A+. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, comment down below with any questions or comments that you might have on the Nest Yale smart lock or other products that you would like to see on the channel. Besides that, it's Juan at JB Reviews. I'll catch you next time.